In a previous video, I offered various fender skirt options for the back of my 1939 Hudson truck, and I asked for your vote. Let's have a look at the results and even consider a fourth option that I never thought about. Hey, how's it, you oaks? My name is Duff, and I welcome you back to my forest workshop. So we've had over 1,000 votes on the fender options. I'm absolutely overwhelmed. It's amazing. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate every single comment and vote. So votes are still coming in, but we've decided to give you some feedback. I asked my wife to act as the independent electoral commission to ensure that the results are free and fair. So if you watched that previous video, I offered 3 different options. The full skirt option that shows no legs was the least popular by a long shot. The midi skirt that shows a little bit of leg was the second most popular option. Now before we go any further, I have to talk about PPE quickly, personal protection equipment. Very important in this case. So at this point, for your own safety, I advise you to now put on some sunglasses, please. But the no skirt option was the winner by far and by a long shot. The vast majority of you guys voted to see the sexy leg. Someone suggested a little bubble skirt, like Jimmy Jones did. If you don't know, go Google Jimmy Jones bubble skirt. It's very interesting. But I don't think a bubble skirt would work in this case. I mean, my whole fender is already so big and bulbous. So adding another bubble here, I just don't think it's going to work aesthetically. A lot of guys also commented on this line coming up, suggesting it should rather be flat like this. And I hear them, but this is purely the result of my organic design process. It has to come up there to meet my point where the fender ends here. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. See, here's the view from the other side. The fender stops there, so I've got to bring that line up to meet that point. So I thought to myself, cool, let democracy rule. That's this business done and dusted. Now I can carry on with some other work. But then my mate Ish came along and he said, no, my brother, there's a fourth option you didn't think about. And I said, what is that? And he said, that would be a full skirt with a slit just to show some leg. So Ish even went to the trouble of sending me this sketch that he made to show me what he had in mind. Thanks for your effort, brother. I'm actually fascinated by this idea. Let's make a cardboard mock-up. I made this cardboard mock-up, so let's see how this skirt fits. I just got to get it in here in place. Something to that effect. There we have it. What do you think? Certainly an interesting idea, and I can see my beautiful wheel now. I think I must just air it up. Before I do that, I must just mention that I read through all of those comments. I always read them. And there were a few guys who suggested a fourth option, something along these lines. But Ish, he was the first to come up with this idea, and he even sent me that sketch. So let's air it up and see what it looks like then. certainly an interesting idea and quite radical. I think I would actually like to try a slightly different version of this. Currently we've got these, what do we call these now? Panels, strips, running horizontal. And in this version, I've got these lines sweeping up, just to explore that aesthetically. It kind of flows into this back section here. Let's lay some frame and see what we look like then. Here's a 3/4 view. Let's air her up. Three-quarter view from the back. Let's slam her. Same view, but this time with the cutouts horizontal. And here's a 3/4 view from the front with those horizontal cutouts. I'm starting to get a feel for this one with the cutouts that's curved up. I don't know, let me know what you think. Your comments are always welcome and I always appreciate them. You know, I am fascinated by this idea. It will be quite a challenge to build it. And just because it is a challenge, I think I want to take it up. I've just got to make up my mind which version. And I mean, in the end, I can just take them off if I want to run it with no skirt. But I think it will add a very interesting fourth dimension. Yeah. I would need to spend some time in the thinking to figure out how exactly I'm going to make these things and what would be the best way to attach them and make them removable. In the meantime, let me know what you think. Which one would you prefer? I'm going to make them. I would like to, just for the challenge of it. I just got to make up my mind which one. So at this point, thanks for spending time with me out here in the shop. I appreciate it, and I always appreciate your opinions. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a lekker one.